What is up, Karatics? Welcome back to another video. This will be customizing the Maibatsu Penumbra FF as part of the Los Santos Summer Special Update. Very cool car, about $1.4 million, which is a lot of money for what is essentially a 90s car. So we have the OG Penumbra, and then this is, I guess you can call it like the Penumbra Retro, but they just called it FF, which can stand for whatever. I think it's kind of like a nod to Fast and Furious, FF, I don't know. You know how Rockstar is with their names and stuff like that. I went ahead and bought it, and I parked it next to the regular Penumbra. You can kind of compare there. So this Penumbra is based on the 4th generation Eclipse, and then the new one, the FF, is primarily based on the 2nd generation Mitsubishi Eclipse. Very well-known car, mainly because of the first Fast and Furious movie, where, you know, it did many different things. It's in a bunch of, it's well known now, it really is. And it's mainly because of that movie, at least in my opinion, but it was a cool car in the tuner scene back then and all that in the 90s. So let's go ahead and customize it.
What she need then?
So I am going to be doing the Fast and Furious build.
What can I help
I was told this does have the livery, so spoiler alert, it does have the livery from the first movie, similar to how the regular Penumbra has that as well. So armor, brakes, bumpers. You got plate remove. Okay. Street. Okay. Got racing bumper. That's the one for the movie, as close as you can get. There we go. We're gonna go with racing bumper.
Your cosmetics are on point.
Rear bumper, stock with diffuser. Stock with big diffuser. Street rear. Street rear with the ribbed, which basically looks like a little line. See the difference there. We got the one with diffusers, a few different ones there. So we're gonna go with this one. That's the closest one you can
Girl
get.
is looking good.
Got engine, exhaust. So you got dual exhaust. You got the single. You got the titanium. Got the dual. You know, a bunch of different exhaust options here. So the closest one would be this one, but I feel like the tip is a little bit too small, so we're gonna go with the titanium one. Front seats, let's go first person here. You got street
Do you need a
seats.
drink? Bubbles or
Got
something?
racing seats. Does that change the whole interior? Why does the car go up when I do that? Oh, that's because your character's sitting in it, and then it. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so you got street, racing, carbon, competition, and you got all the different, you know, the same exact seats we just saw, but with roll cage options. Secondary roll cage, so that's awesome. So in the movie, he had the Sparko seats, so that's what we're gonna go with. The closest one is the first option, street seats. Moving on to the hood, you have round vents. You got carbon, you got large square, carbon large square, vent hood, sport hood. So the sport one kind of like raises the center portion of the hood, and I think that's the closest one, at least in my opinion, to the one you can get in the movie. We'll keep looking here at all the other ones. So that's that there. So I'm gonna go with the carbon sport hood. Okay, lights. We'll go xenons, why not?
Looking good.
Neons, very important. Fast and Furious. Go with the lime green neon.
Not a bad job.
Got the livery. Got Kasama beer. Shopping list. Shopping list alternate. Atomic tires. Redwood cigarettes. Almost had you. There it is. There's the livery. Of course, when you put the lime green behind it, you'll see it, but there's a livery right there. This livery is also available in the regular Penumbra as well. The Sakura tree, princess, robot, bubblegum, of course. Oh my gosh. You got auto exotic, alternate. We hungry. That's Roman's livery from the 2nd movie. Now, in that movie was a 3rd generation Eclipse, which we don't have in the game. But this livery is also a similar one available on the normal Penumbra, which I think is a little closer, at least in my opinion, to the 3rd generation Eclipse. Got the Maibatsu, so that's all of them there. So we're gonna go with the almost had you. Mirrors. So he had the carbon racing mirrors. Unfortunately, we don't have racing mirrors as an option, so we're gonna have to go with the stock carbon ones.
Baby's all grown up.
License plates. Go with that one. And I have the 4-paw plate
Looks
ready.
almost as good as you.
There we go. Respray. We're gonna go with a metallic lime green. So I'm gonna go with lime green, and then we're gonna go with a silver pearlescent to brighten it up a little bit. There's silver, perfect.
Bodywork to match the drive.
Secondary. I don't know what secondary changes. I think it might be the engine valve cover. I think that's what it changes. But we'll just put it lime green. I mean, obviously, any other secondary options you have. Go with the lime green.
No rushing.
There we go. Trim color. Well, it changes the little bezels around the gauges. And it changes the seat color. So in the movie, the seats were black with silver trim. So I think the closest we're going to get is just the black that it comes stock in. So we're just going to leave it like that. Crumble would go right there on the side of the door if you want. You got roof. You got scoop. Carbon scoop. Race
Whatever
scoop.
you desire.
Let me zoom in a little bit here.
Technology and budget.
Carbon race. And you got built-in and then built-in alternate. I think the built-in alternate will be the closest one. So I'm going to go with that one.
Got an eye for this stuff.
Got the skirts. You got the carbon. Got the small lip carbon. Got the larger lip. You got angled. You got the bulbous. You got the shelved stock. You got the rounded shelf.
Think long and hard.
A lot of different options here. Alright, I think the closest one, at least in my opinion, is a small lip. I think that's the closest one we're gonna get to it, because it kind of like it rounds off to the edges. Let me do this angle here so you guys can see the other ones. The other one basically it comes out a bit like a lip, but it's more built in. I think the small lip's the closest we can get.
Bubbles
I'm gonna do
or
that.
something?
We got splitters. So the car didn't have a splitter. Basically had a front bumper with no splitter. But I'm just gonna show all the options here. We got different intercooler setups and stuff like that. Do that. Rear spoiler. You got small wing, carbon wing. That's a really small wing. Street
How
wing,
many cars you got in
carbon,
this garage again?
angled wing. You got standard, carbon, and you got extended wing, which I think this will probably be the closest. Well, carbon, of course. You get a large. And you get the large extended wing, which is a little bit too big. And you got the bench seat spoiler option. And you got the double wing. Oh my gosh. And you got the chassis mounted wing, which I think this is like for the 900R. That's what it looks like to me. Oh my god. Yep, the big wings. Okay, so we'll go to the closest one we can get would be the carbon extended. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one.
Your cosmetics are on point.
Sun strips. Gonna do that. Suspension. You can lower it. Wow, you can literally slam it. Well, we're not gonna do that. We're lowered. Transmission, turbo,
Okay.
wheels. Okay, so it's a little controversial with the wheels, but the closest ones, you know, at least in my opinion, go to them, is these right here. I think these are the closest you can get. There's other ones, you know, like which ones? There's some people put these, some people put these, also these. You know, it's all personal preference, but I think these look the best, especially
Life is
when it's
hard when you
driving
don't have
past you
anything.
at slow speeds or rolling or from far away. I think these look the best. Okay. Windows, we'll do some light smoke
Girl
tints,
is
and
looking
we're all
good.
set to go. Alright, let's exit.
See you next time.
Looks literally just like the one from the movie. That's pretty incredible. There's not too many games where you can do that. Well, there are people who make the liveries and the community liveries and stuff in Forza and stuff like that. But I mean, in GTA, I think that's pretty incredible. Alright, let's rev it up. the same similar sound from the Kuruma. Take off there. And you'll be surprised to know this car is actually all-wheel drive, which is pretty insane. And it's pretty fast. I mean, we're moving pretty good. And the all-wheel drive makes it pretty easy to drive. It's a pretty good driving experience. It's not that bad. A little understeer, but not really too bad. Accelerates well. It's not annoying to drive. It's comfortable to drive, easy to drive. Pretty good car. The price is where over almost $1.4 million plus upgrades are going to be at about 1.7 for what is essentially a second-gen Mitsubishi Eclipse. You know, not anything crazy. That's a lot of money. But, you know, Rockstar, they've been going crazy with their prices because it's more as what people would pay for the cars rather than what they're worth in real life and stuff like that. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and see what opens here. Vehicle door. Let's see. Let's do all. Everything opens. Perfect. I might have to double check that engine valve cover. I think that's secondary color. If it is, then I'll make it blue to match the real car, but I think that's the only thing we're missing. Got the hatch open up back here. Super cool. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. I mean, now people can really get crazy with their Fast and Furious garages. I mean, they keep giving us more and more Fast and Furious cars. Pretty incredible. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is it worth buying? It's in the sports class. You know, you're not going to beat a Pariah or a GTO with almost any car they're going to add in this game. But I think if you like the way it looks, you enjoy it from the movie and stuff like that, you might want to consider buying it. But I mean, you're getting close to supercar pricing, which is a bit of a question. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.